Hi, I'm Maureen Charnelson of MTN Matchmaking with our Friday Facebook Live with my beautiful and talented team. Trisha on the top left as the district manager. Peter's back! Peter's back! With his double dose of COVID he had. But you feeling better, Peter?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
And we have Jill here in charge of marketing. Yay! And Sasha Girl, marketing manager, which I saw, and I don't know why it popped up on my Facebook today, but when you were here last week when we did the karaoke, I just had to repost it for a little bit just to relive the fun of that crazy night. But anyway. Okay, so welcome everyone. If you have any dating questions, send them in to us because today's going to be a quickie. We are crazy busy here. It's New Year's resolutions, and singles want to find love. So we are nonstop, and I just finished up an appointment and signed up a handsome man in the 50 plus group who is a doctor, and I have to go on the next appointment. So we'll do a half hour today. Okay, team?
Sounds good.
Cool.
Okay. So does anyone have a list of the questions that people have already sent in?
So I know one of the top ones was, how do you make a good impression, like a first impression for a first date? How do you make the best first impression?
Okay. So who wants to do it first?
I think the expert should go first.
Go ahead, Peter. The expert.
Could you repeat it, Trisha?
Hey, Cindy.
Cindy's here. Yay.
Hey.
Full house. Yep. Okay. So for a first impression on a first date, make sure you don't pull a Maureen and purposely be late. Okay. On a first date, there's no such thing anymore as fashionably late, unfortunately. And I've had to deal with that myself now that we're doing the journey of me in Myrtle Beach. So, number one, be on time and make sure you're put together. And I'm not saying that looks are everything, they're not, but make sure you look your best. Have your hair nice, wear a nice outfit, guy or girl, and have a list of dating questions that you want to ask someone. Not heavy questions like, do you want kids? Nobody wants to answer that question on a first date. You might think, though, oh, I have to know, but it makes people uncomfortable. So, if you're going to date there out on your own, you have to take the hit that you might have to go out with someone a few times and then find out the red flags. But believe me, all in all, it's better to do that than to ask those embarrassing or uncomfortable or personal heavy questions on the first date. So, team?
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I agree. And always, make sure that, you dress your best, you make an effort, because it shows when you don't.
Yes.
You smell good.
Oh, yes.
Shower. Please shower.
Yeah.
If anybody did not know that, like if anyone at home is like, take a shower, that would be really bad. Leah in the house.
Yay.
How are you, Leah? Leah tuning in from Florida. How's the weather in Florida? Today is 50 something and sunny. So I've already been out a few times. Brian's in the house. Brian. My brother. Yay.
Brian, you want the link? You want to join us?
Yes. Brian, join us. It'll be so fun. But just anytime I say something's white, do not say it's black. I will flip like I've never flipped.
Glad to see Peter back and looking healthy. Aww.
Yes, everybody,
Thank you,
Peter.
Brian.
Wait, did we give Peter
Thank you so much.
the folder of the emails as to all the people that emailed in him good wishes? Did we even do that?
It's 79
yeah.
and perfect in Florida. Brian's not coming. He's going to the
Peter,
store. He's
when
happy.
we're done, you have to look on the email. I cannot believe I did not tell
Yeah.
you this before.
I'll
There is
definitely-
a folder of Peter well wishes that
Oh.
so many people, and Cindy included, Cindy was like the greatest, saying, hoping you're feeling better and back.
That's so
But,
sweet. Thank you.
So what's it like to have a double dose of COVID?
Aw, thank you, Uncle Brian.
Very painful.
Oh,
Very.
I bet.
Yeah, horrible. It's so draining. You almost if anyone has ever seen the movie Alien with Sigourney Weaver, like the original Alien from the 70s. It's like you want to go into a cryo tube and then like go to sleep for like 6 months and then wake up 6 months later and be like, okay, now I feel better.
Well, that's equivalent to being out a month, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I don't mind taking all your appointments every day. Music. So happy you're back, Peter.
Thank
Really.
you. Thank you. It's so good to be back.
Brian is talking about who? Who's taller than him?
She stood in front of me and
Who?
was taller than me.
Who?
Who's tall in real
Oh,
life?
Brian, are you talking about Sigourney Weaver?
Yes.
That's funny. Yeah,
I
Sigourney
don't know
Weaver's
how
tall.
Brian got to meet all these stars in his life. But he really has. Yeah, just like I met Billy Joel. Jill, you probably met Billy Joel too, right? In your travels?
well, you know what? When I was working at News 12 for years, he was dating someone there. So I remember coming back from like a live shot and he was just sitting there at the computer in the newsroom. Yeah. So he's a cool guy. Normal guy. Normal
Yes.
guy. Yeah.
When I went to USF for college, Gloria and I worked at what was called the Sun Dome, and it's kind of like our Madison Square Garden, but on the campus at USF. So he played there one night, and Gloria and I worked the concession selling beer. So we got tips, and oh my gosh, we made a ton of money, like that. And it was just such a great job for being in college because you got to see all these great concerts for free and make tips serving beer when we were so young. So he was there in the backstage where I got to see him. And okay, bye-bye, Brian and B&B. So then
Did he go to Bosie's?
Hicksville.
Hicksville High
He went to
School.
Hicksville. So then I was working at the first dating service 22 years ago, and I was walking around in Roslyn because they had all these really cool thrift stores there. And he just, was walking this way. And he's like, "Hi, how are you?" Like that. And I'm like, I wanted to say like, "God, I love you. You're so cool." Or I just, said, "Oh, hi," blah, blah, blah. That was it. But yeah, he is a cool guy.
But is he a good boyfriend? Who knows? Right?
A lot of times you really never know because someone might look like the best on TV or in the public eye, and no one knows what goes on behind the scenes, put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I had so many people thinking, I was happily married being so young, anyway.
Yeah. You put on like a whole nother persona when you're in the spotlight. You want people to think you are a certain way, so you act a certain way.
Mm-hmm. And for the kids' sake too.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, if you don't know why things are happening, you don't almost want to admit it. So you put on that happy facade so you don't have to deal with, oh my God, there's a problem. How am I going to fix it? Blah, blah, blah. It's a lot harder than it looks. But ironically, I did just sign up a great guy. He's a pediatrician, and he had the same situation, being married to someone who he's laid back, easygoing. And he said she was like a time bomb. She would just blow up at any moment with something like innocent that he said, and he lived like that for so many years. But not on my watch here. MTN.
Oh, Maureen,
Yes.
that he just texted you. Did you see it on the work phone?
No, the work. Wait, Peter. I still have the work phone that Peter is in charge of. It's on my desk here someplace. Oh, the guy from today?
Yeah.
I love him. I just what?
Where did it go? I just lost it. He
Oh.
said the sweetest thing.
Just don't say his name though. But
Oh no.
I did ask him about social media and following us, and he doesn't, know how to do any of that. So,
Oh my gosh, where did it go?
Oh, hold on. If it goes off, I have to plug in. So, 1 second. Now you're gonna see me.
Here it is. Here it is. I don't know why I lost it. Oh, it was so sweet. He said, "It was a pleasure meeting you today. You gave me hope, and I feel very optimistic for the first time in a while. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See you soon."
I love him.
I just want to hug him.
I know. He's so handsome. Oh, I forgot to send you the photo. So I am scheduling everyone that I sign up. Oh God, I'm putting this in my phone.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Lisa! Oh, Lisa, speaking of New Year's and New Year's resolutions, can you tell us a little bit about your business? Because I'm sure that there's people like me that would love to know exactly what you do, because you're always busy. I'm always busy. I've never even had the chance to ask you. I know you took your own advice and you look amazing. So, So Lisa used to work with us, and I just knew she is larger than life. So she owns her own business now. And it appears to me, but tell me if I'm wrong, Lisa, that she took her own advice first and then built her business around it. Whereas I built my business around finding love first, and only now am I starting to take my own advice. So, Trisha, can you read it, since a lot of us can't see without our glasses?
Wait, read what?
From Lisa. It's about her business.
Oh, is that better? Can you see? Of course, she's a certified nutritionist that takes on one-on-one clients, help map out meal plans, tips, tricks for mindset, work, and day-to-day daily habits.
Ooh.
I said,
That's great. Wow. But does that mean I have to cook? That's just the one mountain that I have to cross.
Get they have so many great meals.
Don't say HelloFresh. It is so complicado.
No, because that you have to cook, but they have meal deliveries where they'll send you already made meals. You just microwave them.
Oh, I heard about that.
Portioned out meals.
Yeah. Are they like crazy high in sodium? Well, Lisa would know, actually.
No. I'll send the company my friend used to use, and I'll send it to you later.
And I'll lose weight with it?
As long as you do that and follow a regimen, yeah.
Okay, so I've been working out every day, and ways around that. I like that, Lisa. Lisa, give us your website, please. So everyone knows I make fun of my arms all the time. Okay, so look at how bad my arms look, but I've been working at them. So I want to do a before and after. So, well, even though I started a week ago. So before, and now a month from now, I'm going to show my arms.
Wait, do your before again. Go ahead.
Shoot.
There we go. We got it?
Okay. Before. Okay. It's not so easy, showing your flaws on social media, just so you know. Okay. Trisha, you're in charge of reading, please.
I always say stick to the basics at the store, even if it's just frozen chicken and frozen veggies. It's a great first step in the right direction.
But now, Lisa, what about if I buy, this is what I do, and anyone that stays, the team takes turns staying and working with me here in Myrtle Beach, just as I, every 2 weeks, come back to Long Island, which I'm doing in 2 weeks. But they know, and Sasha was just here. So at lunch, she's like, oh, can I have this microwavable lunch? So what do you think about the lean cuisines and the ones that are supposedly healthy? Because that's what I eat.
Those are high in sodium.
I know. So Lisa, what's your dietitian experience and advice with that? Because I'm sure a lot of people are looking to be their best for dating purposes. And Jill, who's a little peanut to begin with, Jill does intermittent fasting, and she's doing amazing.
And V-Shred. I was telling Trisha, V-Shred is amazing. Now my kids are going to be on it. It
What
works.
is it?
It's all push-ups, sit-ups, but the guys, first of all, so cute who does it. It's an app. It's not expensive. And it's essentially 9 minutes of exercise a day. It's HIIT training. And you don't even believe it's working. And then it starts to work. And you're like, how is this possible?
9 minutes.
Right.
That's great.
It's
Yeah,
great.
please send that to me too.
So good. And you can do it. There's all different versions. You can have the one, if you go to the gym version.
Is there
you
a
can have
lazy
one-
version for me?
What?
A lazy version for me?
Well, that might be the at-home one. That's what I do too. That's what I do too. And then you have days off, and you could do whatever. But yeah, no, it's awesome. It really is awesome. And who doesn't have like 9 minutes, 18 minutes a day? You can make that. You can do that. You know.
Right. You want to think, oh, I don't. I'm so busy, but I do. Everybody does, no matter what. No matter what. We
So,
can always- go ahead.
Lisa's last comment was look at the carb content and sodium. Advertising versus nutrition facts are totally different. There are many false advertisement products out there.
Interesting. Okay, don't forget your website, Lisa. Lisa, come and visit us in the Melville office. I'm going to be in the first week of February, and everyone is going to be in too. So Wednesday and Thursday. Well, Trisha will be in Saturday, but the rest of us all. What did we just do?
Jill
Yes.
is in and out or something.
Oh, that was so funny.
You know why? Because it's snowing here, as with probably Peter. So I don't know what's happening.
It's snowing. Oh,
I don't know.
sorry.
I missed
Hello, sunshine.
I would turn it around and show you, but I don't think you can see it.
Well, thank God today is a nice day. And next week, for all of us, it's going to be in the 70s, thank God. Because I think whether you live in New York or even Myrtle Beach, where it's been crazy, crazy cold, I think we're all in real need for a warm, sunny day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, well, I have a question. I'm sorry. I have a question. A dating question.
Okay.
Not that all right. It's for everyone. Should you wear?
Because
should
she's
you
married.
wear perfume. Yes, I'm married. Perfume and cologne on a first date.
Yes. Now, I personally wear Jean Paul, and that's the only fragrance that I like, but it's the only one that, you just put a little bit on behind your ears. Remember how our moms used to always say that? Behind your ears and your wrists. And then I put a little bit on my clothes. So not too much. And guys, really with the cologne, make sure you don't douse yourself in cologne.
no Axe.
No what? Oh,
Yeah, this isn't junior high anymore.
no Brute or what's the other one? Brute. Well, anyway, so yes, but you have to find something that you love, but also that has the same effect on other people. Because you might love something and it just might not agree with your skin. And not everyone knows that, but I've seen it firsthand with people. And, it's not like that's something you could say, like, ooh. Well, I probably would say it, but, just to help the person. So with Jean Paul, when I put that on and wherever we go, when you first walk past someone, I always hear someone say, even women too, "Oh, what is that? It smells nice." So, I guess not too much, but enough that it's noticeable. So that's what I recommend. So the answer is yes from me. All of you?
Smell good, freshly showered, neat and clean. Brush your teeth.
And
Oh,
shaved for the guys.
Oh,
Definitely. shaved.
yes, shave. This look of the beard and stuff is killing me. Jill, I know you love The Bachelor and all of that. We were talking this morning about the young kid. So I can't watch a show that the guy's 29. Brendan's 29. So that they lost me. But then I switched channels, and there must be another version of it where they have a guy and they were saying how handsome he is. So I ran to the TV, looked at it, and he's got this big, huge beard, like to here. I'm like, oh, just not for me.
Sasha's like, ooh.
Oh,
So I always say clean
The
shaven.
hair on the head is the long
Yeah,
hair.
yeah.
I mean,
I-
don't people get food stuck in that when they're eating?
Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
that's not fun. That's not fun. No.
Look,
I get like brush burn on my face if like a beard goes up to my skin, it makes contact with my skin, so I really have to stay away from those.
Like a full beard or like the scruffy.
The
Oh,
scruffy.
This guy, it was down to here, which I think is so gross. So Jill, what one is that going to be? Is that the new older version maybe that's coming out?
oh, I don't know. I didn't see that. I watched them all. I've been watching them forever. I love them. I don't know because I'm an
Guilty
old married
pleasure.
woman, maybe, but I love that stuff.
Yeah, I love
This
that stuff too.
crazy beard,
Yeah.
like
Jill.
insane
Yeah.
beard. Mel Gibson. I looked him up because I was watching Braveheart the other day, and I was like, Mel Gibson, what's he up to lately? Like, what movies is he making? And then he looks like the Kentucky Fried Chicken logo.
Got a big
His beard, he's got like a stash that comes out to here. I'm like, what the God?
And he's
Crazy.
a good-looking guy. That's a great movie too.
I
Braveheart.
don't
Oh, it's
get
great.
that look. I mean,
Great movie.
do women like that look, or were they just lying on TV saying, "Oh, you're so handsome"? And I'm thinking, no, don't tell him that. He'll never get rid of that thing.
Some people do look better with the mustache. Some
You
people, not everybody.
Like who? Give me one example.
Tom
Which
Selleck.
I'm not saying who.
Tom Selleck.
Oh yes, that's my man. You know that.
Oh, I didn't know
Blue
that.
Bloods, Tom Selleck.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know I had a client that she was so crazy over age. I need a guy younger. No, stop. Stop going on age. Go by compatibility, blah, blah, blah. So I said, well, what about Tom Selleck? And she's older than me. And come on, if any of us had a chance with Tom Selleck, even though he's happily married, I would jump on it in 2 seconds. I don't care if he was 90. And she literally said, oh, no, he's way too old.
Wow.
She's older than me. I'm like,
Mm.
no, Tom Selleck, the movie star, the TV star,
Right.
the gorgeous one. He's too old. I'm like,
Wow.
you could never get him. Do you get that? So
Wow.
let me just say, as far as dating advice, not that someone asked this question, but make sure we're all realistic, because being realistic really, really helps your chances of being successful.
And you know who else is? Sean Connery, rest in peace. But he was another one. He looked great with or without his facial hair. He's another one.
Jason Momoa looks great with facial hair.
There's Mel.
Oh boy.
And part of it's white.
Look at that
Maybe he's
thing.
playing a role
Yeah,
like Moses.
like-
Wolfman.
Lighting.
I know, it's crazy.
It's
Is
gotta
it-
be.
Oh,
Is
he's
it
such a
white
good
in the middle, Peter?
What's that?
Is it white in the
Yeah.
middle?
Yeah, it's like Santa.
Ugh.
Crazy.
What'd you say, Jill?
Maybe it's a role or something. Oh, he's such a good-looking man.
That's such a shame.
Don't hide it, right? Like,
Okay, yes, Tom Selleck. But the thing is, we've never seen him without a mustache. And when he took the role of Blue Bloods, they initially said, we want you to have no mustache because you're the police commissioner.
Mm.
And he's, he said no. And, they went with him, of course. That's okay. But so we don't know what he looks like without. What if he's even more gorgeous without the beard? Which that's what mustache. That's what I would assume.
Maureen, have you seen Jason Momoa with and without facial hair?
Momoa.
Momoa? I don't know what I always say.
Am I a millennial?
No, you know who he is.
He was like Aquaman.
Oh.
You have to know who he is.
Wasn't he with Halle Berry? Was he married? Or no, not Halle Berry. Who's he's married to? He's
To Lisa Bonet.
yes.
No, but all this millennial talk before we were doing Facebook Live, it's too much. Come on.
It's
You know
not
I'm old.
millennial. He's a freaking actor. It's not millennial.
No, well, but
you
I don't know.
Oh my God, he's so hot.
Wait, no, that's the karate guy. He's the big, strong karate guy. What's his name?
Are you thinking of The Rock?
No, love the Rock.
Oh, whoops.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my
Who's the
God.
bride?
So good looking. He could have hair all over. I wouldn't care.
Ah,
But he
As much
looked.
hair as he wants.
That first picture looked like Steven Seagal. That's who he looked like. I think.
Oh,
I used
okay.
to love
I see
Steven
it.
Seagal. That was my guy. Until, unfortunately, you know how the rumors, and again, you never know if you should believe those or not, and most likely you shouldn't believe them. But we probably all know. I'm not going to say it, but everyone probably knows the rumors that surrounded him. Unfortunately. Anyway, dating question.
I think we hit the fun ones. Jill,
I think we only went through two. Any
what
dating questions? Because I have to get ready to
Well,
do.
we're at 27 minutes, so I don't think we can get into
Well,
some of the
all
other
right.
ones are a little
No,
intense.
that's okay. Let's just do a couple more.
Okay.
If there are them. Jill, did you have them or no?
I
Michelle?
don't know what I had. I can't remember. I think I asked mine.
I have them.
See.
Did anyone hear that noise? That's the people above me. What are you doing?
Ooh.
Are they having a dance party up there? It's like unbelievable. But I guess you can't hear it on Facebook.
Right. So this person wants to know how do having different love languages affect a relationship?
Okay, well, we started to do this last week, remember? Wasn't that it? Yeah. So,
That
No,
was attachment
no,
style.
oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes. Which there's a funny story about that. But yeah, so there's a girl on Instagram that she's a young girl and she talks about the different love languages and she'll say act like each one, which I think is really, really interesting. And she talks about, just how it's important, obviously, which we all know, to find someone that is compatible with your love language. So, it takes about a month, though, to figure out what the other person's love language is. See, that's the key. You might know what yours is, but what's that person's? You
So
guys?
do you think that somebody with different love languages could still work out and be compatible?
Yeah. I mean, as long as there's never a major incompatibility, whether it be a love language or anything, then of course. And the last thing that anyone should be doing in this day and age is coming up with reasons or excuses not to be together because, the world needs more love. And we all should be looking for ways to be together, realizing every relationship, you have to work on that. rather than saying, oh, we got this difference done, on to the next. Lately, since the pandemic, it seems the first year after, everybody wanted love. And we were so busy, we couldn't even, like, the news was at my home, like every week, wanting to talk about finding love during the pandemic. And that was great and wonderful. But now recently, people are just, it's almost like they're getting spoiled. But what's happening is there's just too many excuses of not finding love. And that's what's happening. So don't look for reasons not to be in love. Look for reasons of why you should be in love with that person, knowing there'll be differences, and work on those differences. Team?
Agreed.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think having like these dating apps and things like that at your fingertips make it so much harder to date, which is obviously where we come into play. But so yeah, it's always like, oh, this isn't working out. All right, I'll get on an app and swipe.
Right.
Yeah, there's no accountability.
Yes.
That's why all the posting happens, and there's no consequences to anything. They could just disappear and not feel better.
You know what? And everyone on those apps, they judge people by how they look. When we all have met someone who maybe isn't, the Tom Selleck, but they have such an amazing personality that you're like, you are gorgeous. You know? Beautiful. So I feel like that doesn't even come into play on the dating.
And if you're compatible to one another, you know my line, compatibility breeds chemistry, but not the other way around. No matter how much chemistry you have with someone, that's never going to turn into compatibility if you're not compatible. So.
Yeah, totally agreed.
Now, just a little update if anyone's interested on my own journey in Myrtle Beach, trying out the dating apps. It's so hard to stay positive. Oh my God. I need a dating coach. They should literally have dating coaches for people or matchmakers for people. I know some of them are, experimenting with that, but I mean, real matchmakers, because I'm making the same mistakes that people make on the apps. But it's so easy to make mistakes when you're using internet dating sites. And there's no one there to say, you can't do that. You have to give him a chance. No one's telling me that. So I'm like, no. No.
Call one of your dating coaches, anyone in one of these squares.
Yeah, but she's busy.
That's another branch of the business. You should do that as another branch. Dating coaches for people on the apps.
It is a good idea, but knowing that all the things that I'm seeing, which number one is our screening process, and we've said for years, only 1% of people using dating apps pass our screening process. That is the case. So, yes, a dating coach would be great, but if you are looking for that 1%, like I am, and I know I'm looking for a needle on the haystack, I know that, but I'm willing to give it a try for 6 months. So I kind of think that would play into it if someone has the same screening process desires that I do and our clients do.
Cindy has a question. Have you decided if we're having a Valentine's Day party?
So we put out in the newsletter that we're going to have it Saturday, but I have to make a phone call.
Iris, Ryan O'Brien, MT and Son.
Hey, baby. On the work cell phone, the buttons are in the opposite spot. So whenever I want to send someone a message like, can I call you later? It's like that deletes it because it's flip-flop. So if anyone's calling the work phone and I'm having a hard time,
There we
Or
go.
you're having a hard time getting
There you
through to me. That's why.
Nice.
Maureen, I gotta go. I didn't realize
Okay.
it's 2:30. I was supposed to pick Donovan up 15 minutes
Okay.
ago.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
everyone, thank you for tuning in. And we'll post some of the questions maybe after and the answers that we did.
Yeah, sure.
And we'll see you all next week. Cindy, it probably will be during the week now, but I'll know in a few days. And you better come this time. Okay.
Right.
All right,
Bye.
everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, team. As always, love you all. Okay, bye.
Nice.
Bye.